Welcome to English and Grow. Today we are going to learn how to talk about cooking a broth. I'm sure you will agree that on chilly days, or even if you feel down in the dumps, a broth or any soup is the best comfort food ever. So let's learn some advanced vocabulary so next time we can speak about our cooking experience with greater confidence and greater detail. Let's first study how to talk about the utensils which you will need. So take the biggest pot ever, the hugest pot you have in your kitchen, so that you have enough liquids. Next, you will need a chopping board, and you will need a peeler to peel your vegetables, and you will need a knife to cut them. Later, when you are finishing your soup, you will need a strainer or a colander, and you will need food container where you want to keep the solids for later use in your fridge. If you are a courageous cook, you might also need a pressure cooker. Let's take a look at the pictures. So to save energy, you need a pot with a lid. This is the best. Uh, the chopping board might be like this one from wood, or you can have a plastic one. Maybe you have a one in the shape of a circle or in the shape of a rectangle. I think it is actually quite hard to choose the right peeler, but I think it's quite easy to use a knife, but again, make sure it is sharp enough. Here we have the pressure cooker. So, like I said, it is not for those who are faint of heart. Let's take a look into the difference between a colander and a strainer. So, as you can see, a colander stands by itself and it doesn't have so many little holes, while a strainer could be made from a mesh and it has a long handle. Food container is in the upper corner and it's a plastic box usually. What do we need? So obviously we need meat, we need vegetables, and we need spices. So I'm sure you know and you use chicken and turkey for your broths, but what about something more special? Gooseneck or beef tail? I think those people who have tried soup from a beef tail, they don't want to have anything else ever again. The most delicious material ever. Vegetables. You need unpeeled onion, carrot, celery, and parsley. And for spices, uh, I like to use obviously salt and pepper. And I like this combination of three. I like bay leaf, thyme, and star anise. Let's take a look at the pictures. You might say this meat looks disgusting, especially the gooseneck, but I guarantee you will love the taste. It is absolutely amazing. Next is vegetables. So carrot, parsley, and celery. And last but not least, the spices. So I like to use thyme, fresh or dry. I like to use star anise and bay leaf. I actually like to use a lot of those. So you have everything at hand. What do? You put everything in your pot. You pour it with cold water. Make sure it's high quality water because if your tap water smells of chlorine, it actually will not make delicious soup. You better use some filtered water. So you let it simmer for 3 hours. If you are patient, why not 5 or 6? And then when the soup is done, you have to use your colander or your strainer to separate the liquids from the solids. So you keep the meat and the vegetables apart in your fridge for later use. And they say that broth by itself, the clean broth, it might last up to 2 weeks in your fridge and it will be still fresh. So, how to serve it? I love to chop flat leaf parsley on my broth. Sometimes I like to use spring onions. They are a little bit tangy. Why not? And if I really want to make it really thick, I definitely also boil some noodles apart. So this is it. If you like my content, please like, comment, and subscribe. And most importantly, support me on my Patreon, English and Grow, for more videos, Zoom lessons, and language coaching. And if you ever struggle, just like me today, with the voice or with cooking or whatever, remember every day is a blessing and every breath is a new beginning.